Hello, my name is Nisha. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to talk about how to know when it's time to change your study method. It can be quite uncomfortable to have a study method that works and then all of a sudden find out that it no longer works. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about indicators that it's time to change your study method. I'll talk about my experience changing my study methods and ways that you can experiment. What are some indicators that your study method is no longer working for you? You might be putting in lots of hours on a study method and realize you're not retaining the information as well as you thought you would, or you are not able to apply your understanding of the knowledge to the task at hand. So whether it be you are using your method that you used to use to write essays, or the way you used to use it for multiple choice exams. So you're putting the same amount of hours or more and you realize it's just not working. Another indicator is your study method is not helping you with the end goal. Whatever your end goal might be, whether it be to write an essay, whether it be for a multiple choice exam. So you realize, one, that you're studying for more hours and your study method is not working, or your study method is not suited for the task at hand. But you find that you are very committed to continuing with your study method. This is an indicator that it's time to change. There comes a point where you need to be flexible, you need to be adaptable, and realize, hey, maybe this study method is not suitable for what I need to do. Maybe it's time to change. And that can be uncomfortable because you have been using the study method for a while and it works most of the time or all the previous times, but why is it not working now? It's time to really reflect and really recognize that you are afraid of change because you're afraid that it might lead to failure. However, taking a step to change is actually going to be beneficial to you in the long term. I personally like to have a method of studying and apply it and use it. However, there have been multiple times where that just does not work and I had to take a chance and change the way I study. For example, during my undergraduate degree, I wrote all my notes out by hand in a notebook, one notebook per class, and that worked really well for me and I excelled academically using that method. By the time I got to my master's program, I wanted to apply the same method that I used in undergrad, but it was just not working. I wasn't retaining the information as well, and I wasn't excelling as much as I could. So I had to make a decision. Do I stay committed to my previous study method, or do I try something new and see if it leads to a better outcome? And I tried something new, and it did lead to a better outcome. I started to type my notes using Google Docs, Microsoft Word, Notion, and I saw better results using a different method. Even though I was committed to my previous method, I was willing to take a chance. One thing to keep in mind with online school is that it comes with advantages and disadvantages. And one advantage or disadvantage, depending on your viewpoint, is how much screen time is needed. Whether you be watching lectures, reading textbooks online, reading articles online, talking to people online. I find I might be undergoing online school fatigue, and sometimes I need to take a step back from my screen. And one way I did that is by using physical textbooks that are provided for the class. I also write my notes out by hand. Experimenting with study methods might be uncomfortable, but sometimes being a student requires that you be uncomfortable and try new things in order to get better outcomes. Being flexible will help you in the long run. When experimenting with different study methods, you must keep in mind what your strengths are, what the outcome you are looking for is, how you can best reach that goal or outcome, and what works for someone else might not work for you, or it might work for you, but you ultimately have to be the decider. And you just have to be honest with yourself and recognize whether the way you're working is the way you want to continue. And once you find that you're experimenting, whether it be writing your notes by hand, typing it online, changing between different softwares, whether it be you start color coding your notes, whether you stop color coding your notes, all these things are a part of the learning process and you should not be afraid to try it out. I made this video because I once again came to a crossroads where I need to change my study methods and it was uncomfortable, but I'm hoping that someone sees this video and realize, oh, maybe I need to change my study methods, and they get better marks as a result, or they learn more. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.